I really need to work on doing something a little more frequently. A lot of you don't know that I'm an author. I actually have a dark fantasy book out right now. It's called Ashes by Iona Wayland, and you can check that out if you'd like. But I'm also not talking about the projects that I'm working on right now. And I have a couple underway. I'm working on my first book in a cozy paranormal mystery series. It follows Amaya Jaramillo, who is a temporary librarian while this other librarian is away on maternity leave. And she's filling in on this small town library. But while she's there, she's staying at the only place that she can book, which is this rundown motel. On her first day, she's late. She gets into this awful altercation. She gets a concussion. And then she goes back to the motel just to find, oh, there's been a murder. And the entire town thinks that she did it. To work with her newfound ability after her concussion to talk with goats, kind of like someone else, you know. So she works with spirits to be able to figure out what actually happened so she can clear her name. I'm also in the outlining phase and pretty much ready to start writing a writing representation series. And these writing rep books will be a reference guide for authors, screenwriters, people who are in any creative media who want to write mental health, mental injury, symptomology, character growth, things like that in an actual responsible way without spreading misinformation or perpetuating harmful stereotypes. And finally, this is one I really don't usually share stuff like this, especially when it's all vibes and no plot yet. But there's been this idea eating me inside about this horror romance of between a vampire and a changeling. And I keep seeing these scenes and getting these visuals and having these spits of dialogue that I just have been writing down, as well as some of the world building rules with obviously some horrific and magical twists to it. But it's really intense and I can't stop thinking about it. So thanks for listening to me talk about my stuff. It's really, really hard for some reason for me to talk about my creative projects, but I'm glad that you're listening, and I have the haunted crew to keep me company while I write, and I have you who's a spooky soul who's been very supportive. So I appreciate it.